The advanced trick, Straddle and Move. Option B, a movement we will call Indi weaves. Our objective is to build the dog's leg weave circling skills to include a half circle and pause as the handler pivots backwards 180 degrees. The prerequisite is that your dog can happily and reliably perform leg weaves and circling tricks, is comfortable in straddle, and understands a weight cue. The handler action for this trick is quite complex, so it's important to develop your own skill in pivoting backwards 180 degrees before involving your dog. Your action requires that you change the direction you are facing after each of your 180-degree backwards pivots. Your action requires you to pivot on your leading foot, that's leading in the direction of movement. You may find it easier to pivot on your ball of your foot or on the heel of your foot. You need to work out what movement works best for you. Practice this to become comfortable with the action yourself before you involve your dog. This is what it looks like with the dog. You are pivoting backwards a half circle, the dog is moving forward in a half circle. Continue to maintain the dog's understanding of and value for finding straddle, and periodically practice this component in isolation from the Indi weave. When you start to teach your dog this new sequence, mark and reward after single half circles. Then, on a variable schedule, build it up to 2 half circles with a pause between them before you mark and reward. Have your dog in a stand in straddle, target him around behind your leg and into a stand in straddle again. Initially, mark and reward for each half circle. Once your dog understands the movement, you can begin to reward every second turn and mix it up so that it's not always becoming harder. Continue to progressively build the dog's skill and understanding and the number of half circles you can do. Then combine fine straddle with Indi weave, again completing a variable number of half circles before marking and rewarding, and only gradually building up to the 6 Indi weaves. Now pulling together the key elements of the trick. For the setup, the dog will be in a stance of your choice and will be at least 1 meter away from you. You will have your feet apart, forming an inverted V. You can give a verbal cue and or a hand signal for the dog to move into straddle. On your cue, the dog will move into straddle and pause there. You will then pivot backwards 180 degrees, and as you do so, the dog will move forward into the new straddle position and pause there again. Your next backward pivot will continue in the same direction of movement, and you will finish that facing the same way as at the start. You and your dog will complete this entire sequence a further 2 times, and the dog will do 6 half circles in total. The trick will finish when the dog has completed 6 Indi weaves and finishes with a pause in straddle position. Now some examples of the advanced trick, straddle and move. Option B, Indi weaves. Option B may be combined with another option to form the straddle and move trick.